Oh man, welcome back everybody to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All, Blind. It's court time and I'm scared to death. That's fine though. We'll hopefully work it out. We've got a lot of stuff to ponder and I don't know what's gonna happen. Like at all. Hey, what's up, Miami Vice? How you doing? Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Are we really going with that already though? I don't know, there was something in her testimony that made me feel like it wasn't her. Am I crazy? I could be crazy. I don't know. Am I wrong about this? Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there'll be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Yeah, please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Who's that? Who dat? Oh, girl! You walking around in here like that? Jeez, cover up. Well, if anything, maybe we can distract them to win. Mia, we must get a complete acquittal today. I know. I can't focus on my situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Is she gonna be with us this whole time? I kinda hope so for two reasons. One, because she's very smart and always helps us. And two, because I really don't want Pearl to see any of this. This is just too much for a young kid. Indeed. Well, let's get going. What's that? Oh no. It's him. Oh god. This is Wright? Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney, the day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. What'd you do to her? Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Ugh. For myself, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial opens, even if you don't like my gift. I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait! Oh, fuck. Great. How are we gonna do this with that in the back of our mind? The kidnapper sent me a present? Mr. Lawyer Dude, who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Whoa, is that a euphemism? Wait, never mind. This isn't Freddy Fish. We can't talk about that here. Alright. Whoo, take a deep breath. I am very nervous. Wait, where's Franny? She's usually never late. What's that about? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Judge, how are you, darling? How's your robe? You doing okay? Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Where Franny at? Franny? Oh no. She had no bras left, she had to run. She ran off to Victoria's Secret quick. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? How the hell should I know? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor? Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? Was that his gift? Tell me that wasn't it. Oh, no. Sometimes Franny rubs me the wrong way, but I don't want her to get shot. Wow, just like her dad. Oh, no. Too soon? Shot? This is terrible news. Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. I think so, too. That's awful. I didn't want Franny to get hurt. His present? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she disappeared, this would be to your advantage. This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. Wait, who's that? That's good. Whoever that was says she's alive and in stable condition. Oh, no way! Darling, how are you? Yay! and here's his theme, and I love him to death. Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. No way. Well, Phoenix, I bet now you're thinking twice about being so rude to him earlier, because now we're fucked. We're totally fucked. Well, it's just like old times, isn't it? We're gonna go against him again. It's gonna be so great. The prosecution is ready. Naturally, you're in the wrong place. You're not a witness, though. Get over to your side. Oh, brother. I can't believe this. Miss von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Engard. The court acknowledges the prosecution? Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. What is it, darling? Yeah! Give me that finger wag, girl! That's later, don't worry about it. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good, does it? Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Oh, no. Is it really Gumshoe? Oh. Why is it always him first? At least hopefully Edgeworth won't be, like, as mean to him as Francisco would be. Poor guy. Witness, your name and occupation? My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct, for now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Oh no, that really wasn't true, was it? Francisca did that. Well, now I'm glad she's gone. Jeez, how could she ruin a man's life like that? The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Edgeworth, what are you doing? Oh man, he's all business. Yeah, we're seeing him in his glory. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yeah, do it, Gumshoe. There you go. Okay, Edgeworth is helping him. Now let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. I am scared to death. So if this gets like crazy and like really insane, I might have to cut these where I feel it's appropriate instead of doing the whole thing before the break. I hope you guys understand if that's the case. If I do too much at once, like I might not retain the information properly. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Well, I guess Phoenix isn't too bothered by it. Bare facts of the case. Okay, tell me about this. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. Well, that pretty much is true. Okay, this again. That knife is bothering me. The last time we were here and looked at that, I had an epiphany, and I'm not sure if it's actually true, but it's still bugging the shit out of me to this day. It's been a few days after I recorded. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. That's it? That's it. That was a little bit short. Well, that didn't even explain anything. Okay. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully I can start out the way I usually do, by pressing everything. Oh, yeah, look! Edgeworth's profile is back. It's so beautiful. Ooh. Alright, I gotta concentrate now. I got this to win. I gotta do it. Alright, well, I'm doing it. That's a true statement, but I'm still gonna do it. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6. It ended around 8. And then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. Right? And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Yeah, thanks. I got it. Please continue with your testimony, Detective. Alright. So far, it seems like we can press whatever we want for now. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. Okay, tell me about that. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Matt Engard's manager. She's a really pretty lady. Oh, sir. Aw, Gumshoe has a hot for her, does he?
Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence.
What, is she not here right now? I'm sure she's in the audience somewheres. But still, that's rude. You shouldn't talk about her like that. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. Angard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. Oh, I see. Well, that would make sense for her traveling to both rooms.
I see, and that's when she found the victim's body.
After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered. That's such a weird statement. The cause of death. Wasn't that because Mr. Kurita was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Yeah, look, it literally looks like a butter knife, doesn't it? Like, it does not look like a weapon. Plus, he's wearing armor. How would this even work? Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here to this bandana.
Banana?
Wait, that's not what he said! His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Oh, is he going for strangulation instead?
Oh, yeah, I see. His banana-scented bandana.
What? Is that a euphemism? Oh, this court is completely out of order. Jesus. Then what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Exactly. See, at least we know that is, like, on the same page. It just looks weird, doesn't it? Okay, so in the picture, I actually didn't even notice the bandana at first, but now I see it. Are they going with strangulation, then, for this? We don't even have an autopsy yet. Can I get that, please?
We have a crafty murderer on our hands here.
Not too crafty if he's faking it. Thank you. Thank you. You ask and you shall receive. Can I look at that real quick? No, I can't right now. Fine. At first we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. Okay, I'm just gonna press it all because it's just so vague. Why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. That is true. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that?
No, I think you should just stick to what you know. That's bald head polish and sitting up there, okay? You do that. We thought of that too, but... The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Alright. Only the victims, huh?
I see. Ah, so much for my theory then.
Yeah, okay, don't do that again, actually. Oh, okay, this is updated now. Only Juan Kurita's fingerprints are on the guitar case. Alright, so we got that. However, we later found out the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. Talk about that, please. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night.
Well then, where was it?
The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. Why did he leave it there? The victim, Juan Kurita, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. That sounds weird, because surely he must have known there wasn't anything in there. You would have noticed how light it was. No?
So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. That seems really unplausible. So, that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel? Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. That doesn't seem right, does it? I believe that is enough. Whoa, wait, no, excuse me, I'll tell you when I'm done. I ain't done. Whoa, Edgeworth is coming out swinging. Phoenix, this is probably because you were so mean to him at the police station. I'm just saying this is all your fault. Oh, man. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Well, I mean, it was a frickin' butter knife, though. Like, really, like, this is just stupid is what it is. Time of death, 8:15. Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Okay, fine. I just wanted to look at that to make sure. Alright. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest Masked on I can't even talk when he's around. You guys, I've got problems. Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. He really is. He's at the top of his game, isn't he? It's beautiful to see. It's majestic.
Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir. All right. Oh, right. Why arrest Angard? Why? Okay. Matt Angard and Juan Kurita were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Angard's hakama. Right? The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. It didn't really... That knife really did look like the set, didn't it? It looked like the one from the room service set. Oh, crap. I'm sure that's going to be a huge twist of some kind.
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing?
It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Oh, brother. Alright, we got the knife. And there's this button.
That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood?
Yeah, and we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? That's bad. Okay. Great.
All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Don't bow like you're some kind of god, even though you are. Sir. Ready to give in yet, Wright? No way. Huh. I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. Phoenix will find the hole. Edgeworth, you just wait. I've seen a manga about it. It happened. Wait, what? Never mind. You can just press as hard as you like. Oh, okay, thanks. I will. Oh, God, this is getting disgusting. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Boy, he's really top form. Telling you. All right, fine. Let's figure out this. Good Lord. Matt and Guard and Juan Carita were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. Okay, wait. We already listened to this, so maybe we should probably press them. For some reason, I thought this was the first time we were doing this. Forgot that he kind of said it all at once. But in terms of popularity, Mr. Engard won, did he not? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Carita was always one step behind Mr. Engard in everything. This year, it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Carita lost the Grand Prix in the end.
That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing.
Alright. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough. Is it, though? I don't think it is. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. Engard was beating Mr. Carita in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. That's right. Good job, Phoenix. You're swaying it.
Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective?
It's not, well... I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Thanks, Gumshoe. What, darling? Oh my God, it's been so long since we heard his beautiful objection, hasn't it? Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. Whoa, dude! Oh, come on, man. He's supposed to be your friend. Oh, no, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I look forward to your pension negotiations. Wow. Good Lord.
Now, Detective, let's continue with the testimony.
Oh no, Gumshoe, don't cry. Oh dear. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Edgeworth is angry. Yes, sir, we can talk about my pension later. What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? I know. Phoenix, I'm right there with you. As for evidence, there's a Jamma Ninja's button. Alright, tell me about that. Do you have any proof that the button belonged to the victim? Huh? I don't get you, pal. Let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jamma Ninja's costume. Huh? But can't you tell by just looking at it? Wow. Oh, that's an airtight theory. I love it. And the victim's blood is on it. That's ketchup. Wait, no, it's not. Anyone could have smeared blood on that afterwards. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir. All right, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. How do we do that? Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. Oh. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. That's what I'm hoping for later. Wait, what? Never mind. It was ripped off the ninja costume. It was found in Mr. Engard's Hakama. Okay. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Kurita. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button.
So it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Who are you talking about? I know you ain't talking about me. Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? That you're a trickster. In bed. What? Defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to present. Well, I do. I gotta look at something. We didn't even look at the knife, really, after we got it. Bears the victim's blood and on-guard's fingerprints. In the grip, Gatewater is engraved. Oh, it is the knife that was missing. Okay. How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. Gumshoe, you don't know these things? For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. I can't believe the bumbling of this department. I know! Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, Wright? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. All over, huh? Because he was eating with it, wasn't he? Because it was the knife that was taken from his plate, perhaps? That's the only thing I've got, really, but how is that going to tie in?
So was the defendant the owner of this knife, then?
No, the Gatewater is. Defendant bought the knife for the crime. No, he didn't. Press this. Hell no. There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal. This isn't just some pocket knife. It's like a steak knife. It actually looks like a butter knife to me. It's not really useful for anything. You can't just walk around with it either. Oh, I should have probably just presented right then. Might be... The prosecution can prove it was premeditated murder. We're done for. Phoenix? Yes? There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully, before it's too late. I got it, honey. I just have to present it. Button covered in the victim's blood and a knife with on-guard's fingerprints. Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So, let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix? I'm doing it. Met on guard, I want Krita, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I can't go back. I gotta go forward. That is stupid. You should let me go back to the last thing. Even if it is the last thing. Fine. Defendant's fingerprints, blah, blah, blah. Defendant bought the knife. Okay, so no, he didn't. Because it says the Gatewater Hotel on it, and the fact that you didn't notice that means you're either really stupid or hiding stuff. Do it. Yeah. Boom. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument was that this was a premeditated murder or simply that my client bought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at this handle, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Huh?
It has Gatewater seal set into the handle.
Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, no, you don't say. Oh, Gumshoe. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. He just said, uh-oh, that's all. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel. Which means this murder was not premeditated. That's right, what you gotta say now?
Yes, that is very true. This is a very big...
Ha 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 ha. He doesn't look like he's laughing, but that's okay, I'll take it.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What did I do now? Oh no. Oh boy. Whoa! Okay, his theme's back. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There's no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. Oh no. But I didn't know. Oh. Oh, Gumshoe. Oh god, I feel so bad for him. The question is, where did this knife come from?
Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Kurita's room.
Did it? Oh, I see what he's spinning and it's not good. Sorry, Your Honor, but that isn't correct. Yeah, there was no... There is a plate, but it's got all of the cutlery on it. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table.
There is a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from?
Unfortunately, Edgeworth is going to be right about this. If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. Yep. Well, this is bad. Especially what was on top of his table. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? It sure is. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt on guard's knife was missing. Oh no. Mr. On guard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. I don't think so, but he wasn't killed with the knife, really. He was killed with something else.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. It's okay. We'll fix it, I hope.
A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there is. There absolutely is. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Like what? What do we have? Tar case, suicide report. Is it this? That was like the weird part of it too. Crime photo. The suicide reports probably can't come into play yet. Guide man. That's really all we have. Is it this? Okay. Thinking that's what it is. Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. Well, we have a couple of things.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat. We should have told Edgeworth about Maya. Maybe he would have been more apt to help us. I do have it. I do. That's all I've got, though, is the glass. How is that going to sway anything? One piece of evidence that catches my attention, something this court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one.
What the judge is saying, Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. Shoot, is this going to be a game over? Oh my god, it absolutely is. Oh, now I'm nervous. Oh.
Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court?
Is it the wine glass? Please, God, I don't want to get a game over. We can't show anything else. These were just given. This was just given. This doesn't really fall into place yet. This is the only thing we picked up that nobody has. Oh, Christ.
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. Yeah, see, there it is. That's where we looked at it. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Well, yes, I see your point.
However, this glass that is sitting on the top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Is it? Did I fuck up? Uh-oh. I might have done. Oh dear, don't waggle your finger at me. That's a euphemism. Well, what do you all have to say? I think we just borned it. Oh god, we borked it. We borked up.
Well, yes, it is a little peculiar.
Yes, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth?
What is it, Your Honor?
Your opinion.
You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. Are you sure about that? The fact that we just got the bring makes me feel differently. I'm just saying. It's safe to say the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright.
No, because I thought he was the only one that liked the juice, the tomato juice. Didn't they say that at one point? That he was the only person that liked it? So why would she be drinking it? Especially if the bottle was already in his room. I'm gonna say there's no way. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it, if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table.
You turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim?
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? Uh-oh. You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Oh, no, I am. What? No, it's the wrong thing I'm thinking about. Wait. Do you think this wine glass escaped my notice? I was hoping it did. Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints. There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one Adrian Andrews. Did she actually do it? Oh no. This is bad. That is why I said the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Never should have come here. I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corrida. Oh dear. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Now, do you see, Mr. Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. Ugh! I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. I bet you have. Wait, what? And from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover.
Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth? I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Wait, no, did we fail? Please tell me we didn't fail. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from, but we're gonna have to hear from them in the next one. I am so sorry to do this to you, but we're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it. We'll have to see who it is. I don't even know who it is, but I have an idea, and I'm not happy about it. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.